Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with a Scentsy what I've been warming. So I got through some stuff, but there was like a day and a half where my house got sick again, and I lost my sense of smell for like a day and a half, and well, I made up for it after not being able to smell anything for a day and a half. So got my coffee, and it is Friday morning. Kids are at school for a half a day. Now let me know in your region where you live, do your kids or the school district usually have Good Friday off from school, or does your school district not observe it? I grew up in Southeast Massachusetts, so I always grew up not having school on Good Friday because like 75% of the population was like Catholic. And then when we moved to Maine, there's only certain districts that actually have the day off. Like where my nieces live, they have today off, but my children only have a half a day today. So I'm just curious on like how many places around the country actually observe that and like take the actual day off. Anyway, some Scentsy news before we get into what I warmed. So on Monday, that Puddles and Petals collection, I'm so surprised that I can actually say that without getting my tongue twisted. That's dropping, which I'm super excited about. It's got 4 bars, and then each of the fragrances is going to be available in a fragrance flower. But it's a collection that I feel like Scentsy doesn't do often. I don't think they do atmospheric or like rain aquatic scents that much. Like we had Summer Rain, and we obviously had Thunderstorm, but I feel like sometimes they don't make a lot for that scent category, and there are a lot of us that like atmospheric, earthy, aquatic, rain, ozone type of smells. The one that I'm most intrigued by, I think, is the Rugged Mountain Rain, because that one has granite in it. And I really did like Desert Rock and Citron. That one actually smelled like a mineral rock. So I am interested on that one. And I think there's another one called like Coastal Rain Cove or something like that. That's the one that has like sage and lemon and like oak moss, because my beloved Persian lime and sandalwood has oak moss in it, or rock moss, depending on the scent description that you find online. So those are the 2 out of that collection that I am most interested in. The Mother's Day collection is still available, so you can still get that. I have not got my bars yet, so I will have that eventually this month to review for you guys. What else? Oh, Germany. Scentsy in Germany, or Scentsy in the UK. They dropped the newest article for their Father's Day collection because they celebrate it earlier than in the States. So usually that collection is like a global collection, because UK Mother's Day, they got that collection 2 months early, and it's the same collection as in the States and the other regions. Same bars, same products, all that stuff. So I tried. It was so funny. I posted in the group, I'm like, I need a sleuth. I need somebody to figure this out because I can't access the article, but we all know that it was dropped. Well, dummy me, I should have just went on a Germany consultant's website, because that's what I did, and I clicked Father's Day collection and it said coming soon. So spoiler if you don't want to know, in the UK region 2, their Father's Day collection, it's very small. I do want to let you know that it's not a big collection. They've got like that Scentsy Go Black with like a pod pack as like a bundle, and then the Mod Taupe Warmers, they have 2 different color options, and then a 3-bar pack that goes with those. So here's where it might get dicey. So for the UK region 2, the 3 bars that are going to be in the Father's Day collection are Dashing, World Traveler, and White Amber Antique. Now, I'm pretty sure that the UK has World Traveler as an available fragrance, and maybe White Amber Antique isn't and Dashing isn't, but we have White Amber Antique. So I'm wondering if ours is going to be a little bit different because we do have White Amber Antique available in the catalog. But Dashing and World Traveler, they're retired fragrances. I wouldn't consider them like manly. Dashing is just a very sophisticated, gender neutral vanilla scent. It's almost like a vanilla mahogany type of scent. And World Traveler has like blackberry and, oh God, what's the other thing that's in it? Fern and something else. No, that's Harbor's Edge. I get World Traveler and Harbor's Edge mixed up all the time. But it's not a scent that I'm like, oh my gosh, yay. So, to be determined if our collection is going to be the same. But I did find out the news, so I was happy about that. Okay, let's get into what I've been warming. All right, so today I do have going in the living room and in the hallway Bright Cider Life. I finished up this partial bar that I had. I had 6 cubes. I just threw it in the warmers this morning. It is the best pumpkin apple cider bakery scent ever. I don't know why they kicked this out of the catalog. It started off as a Harvest Trio, and then they brought it to catalog, stayed for a short bit of time, and then they took it out. It is phenomenal. The pods in this are phenomenal. It's just a phenomenal bar. Love it, love it, love it. And then in the kitchen, I had 4 cubes left of Spooky But Sweet, so I just put that in there. I gambled big time on this one. I did kick it out of my club because I do think that it may return next fall, whether it's a catalog edition or it comes back in an LTO. I have high hopes. I'm hoping that I didn't gamble wrong. But I do have 3 bars left in my stash, so I'm not like completely without of it. But it is like a maple, butterscotch, toffee type of confectionery scent. If Gimme Candy's too coyingly sweet for you and Scary Good is too pumpkin flesh for you, then Spooky But Sweet is like a good medium for that. All right, yesterday I had partials of all these, so I just scattered them throughout the entire downstairs. So that's kitchen, living room, and hallway. Blueberry cheesecake, which is in our catalog. Vanilla bean buttercream, which is in our catalog. And retired cinnamon buttercream. So cinnamon buttercream, it's not as decadent as vanilla bean buttercream. Cinnamon buttercream has a little bit of spice, but the mascarpone cheese does give it like that cream cheese frosting type of feel. And this one is so-so with the population. Like some people get like sour cheese, other people just get a nice mascarpone frosting, which is what I get with it. So that was nice paired with the vanilla bean buttercream because then it did kind of like give it like a double buttercream type of vibe. And then I feel like the buttercream cut down on the sour cheesecake note that normally people get with blueberry cheesecake. And this one is super sweaty. I got it in a D-Stas for super cheap because it was so sweaty and old. Flat bottom. So yeah, it's old. It's like 5 years old. So that the combination of the 2 buttercreams helped cut down the sharpness of the blueberry cheesecake. But honestly, it just smelled like a blueberry cheesecake buttercream frosting type of vibe in the house, and it wasn't that bad. I really enjoyed it. Only lasted, you know, the night. I think I put it in my warmers at like 5 p.m. last night, and then when I got up this morning at like 7, I could still sort of smell the vanilla bean buttercream, but everything else had already dissipated. So okay, then let's see, was it this day that I did it? Oh, yes, it was. Okay, so this day I took these 3 scents because they kind of went together, and I just scattered them in alternating warmers throughout the entire house. So I had a partial bar of Ode to Opulence, which was in our last Bring Back My bar. This one had a lot of notes going on. I think it has like blood orange and coconut milk and apricot and some like berries. And then I mixed it with the Follow the Rainbow bar, which was last year's St. Patrick's Day bar. This one has golden pineapple and berries, and just there's a funk to it. But the sweetness in this one with like the coconut milk and the other like citrus notes like the blood orange and the apricot helped tone down the tanginess that I usually get with this one because of the golden pineapple. And then I also had I Pink Eye Can going, which was from our breast cancer awareness collection. Not this October, but the previous October. This one smells eerily similar to Aloha Orchid. It's a very tropical, floral, fruity type of scent. So the 3 of these, it was just like a tropical, fruity, floralness going on in the house. Didn't last long. It was like a day, medium strength, medium performance. So, but if you have these bars and need a reason to, you know, get rid of them, combining them is not a bad idea. All right. I think these 2 I also did together. Yep, I did. All right, so these 2, I did one on the upstairs level and one on the downstairs level. So upstairs, we had Pink Pineapple Sugar going, which is in our current catalog. Now, let me tell you, this bar is a partial bar, and it's been sitting since last year when this came out in the summer collection. It has grown in strength. It performed better than what I remember last year. Last year, I remember this was a very pretty fragrance, very girly, flirty, innocent, just a sugary, summery type of, like, sugar meets pineapple type of thing. And the guava in here actually was not that bad. Usually Scentsy's guava I don't like, but this is blended very nice. So I remember last year saying, oh, it's a nice bar, but it does not perform. It was really light. I didn't say it was, you know, it wasn't worth the $6 to put in club or repurchase it. Well, now that it's had some time to age, I do say that it is now grown to like a 5.6, like a solid 5.6. And it lasted all day. So I'm actually considering picking up another bar in my next party closeout because I want to see if I can get consistent performance. Because I do like this one more than Hibiscus Pineapple. So, and then on the downstairs level that same day, I had the rest of my bar of Yuzu Dragon going. This was from Bring Back My Bar, the last one. This one is very heavy on like the papaya, the yuzu, the guava, all of those like tropical, soury type of fruits. I didn't like it. I still don't like it too much. The guava is too much for me and the yuzu is too much for me. So it wasn't my favorite. All right, then one day, because it's still cold here in Maine, I did do a bunch of tree scents. Yeah, I did do a bunch of tree scents. Just trying to make sure I pulled them all out. Okay, so I had 2 partials of the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, a Griswold's Christmas. This one I don't like. There is something savory with this one. It's supposed to have pear and it's supposed to have like tree notes and stuff like that, but no, this turned savory for some reason. I was just like, yeah, no. So that is definitely not a repurchase. I would never buy that bar again because I just don't like the savory note that I get with that when it's warming. But I do like Endor Forest from the Star Wars collection. This is actually really nice. It's got a little bit of iciness, and then the tree notes kind of remind me of like icicles and evergreen, that type of thing, but it's got a little bit more woody undertones. This lasted a day and a half in the rooms that I put it in. So if we do get a Star Wars collection on May 4th, which we should get some type of collection, I'm hoping that they bring back this set of bars and not like the previous set that they've always brought back, because I wouldn't mind picking up another one of these. So that was good. Excuse me. And then I did have a partial bar of Sleigh Ride, so I put that in a couple of rooms. This one was not bad. It was pretty, but it's more of a fresh tree. I get more fresh air, like atmospheric notes, and then I also get the tart cranberries. Not my favorite tree scent, but I didn't mind finishing it up because honestly, there's so many Christmas tree scents by Scentsy that you can't love them all. And honestly, I have my favorites: Black Forest Pine, Peaks and Pine, and it's a toss up between Christmas Cactus and what was that other one that came out? I'd have to say Mighty Pine probably, because I really like the sugary iciness that's in Mighty Pine. But those are like my, you know, go-tos. I'd have to say if I had to only pick 2, it would be Black Forest Pine and Christmas Cactus. But that's just me. But then I also did warm an entire bar of Peaks and Pine. I did kick this one out of my club, you guys. I know. I really did enjoy it during the fall. I stocked up on it like crazy. I think I have like 5 bars of this in my stash. I really like it. It's got dewy greens, it has lavender, and it has pine or cedarwood or something. But it is a powerhouse and is one of those Energizer bunny scents that just goes and goes and goes and goes. So honestly, Peaks and Pines, the 5 bars that I have, is going to last me a long time, especially if I only warm it once in the fall and once in the winter. That's like 2 whole seasons. So I really didn't need to keep it in my club, especially when I have other tree scents and like in my club, but then also more in my stash. So I did kick it out prematurely. I'm hoping that I didn't gamble wrong. Maybe it will be back in a flash sale or something and I can stock up again or de-stash or something like that. Okay, I did do a day of lemons. I don't think I finished them. Yeah, right here. So I did do a day of lemon license bars. So I did the rest of the Joy Good and Golden. This one is very citrusy. Like you also get orange, you get lime, you get grapefruit. It's very citrusy and tangy. The Sherbet Lemon. This one smells like furniture polish. I'm sorry. I know there is a ton of people that like the Sherbet Lemon from the Harry Potter Honeydukes collection. I get straight Pledge cleaner with this one. I don't know what it is. So I didn't even finish it. I still have 2 cubes left of it. But I mixed it with the Joy and Good and Golden, and that kind of cut down on the Pledge cleaner. But my favorite out of the ones that I warmed is the Make Magic in Every Wish from the Wish movie. This one's creamy. It's got vanilla in it. It's a more creamy lemon. Not like bakery creamy. It just had a creaminess to it. So the combination of these 3 different lemons was pretty nice that day. It just made the house smell good. So good way to get rid of partial bars. All right. This day, I wanted Bakery Heaven Overloaded. So I did a partial bar of my caramel buttercream, which is from the Scentspiration collection that we had, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I think this was the first one that they actually did the Scentspirations on. Why they stopped that LTO, I have no idea. I still like salted caramel toffee better, but you do get a deep, rich caramel and then a little bit of that buttercream. I wish the buttercream was stronger in this one, but it's not. It's kind of like in the background. But mixed with my favorite whipped frosting, it elevated that buttery cream vanilla-ness that I needed. I love whipped frosting. This is literally Pillsbury vanilla frosting in a can. Total childhood memory. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So, there's that. Now, this bar right here, I thought I was done with it. I found a partial bar. This is Pistachio Woods. This was in the fall and winter catalog last season as a new release. This is what I've dubbed the Frito corn chips bar because it literally smells like Frito corn chips to me. It still does. It still does. It's sad because I did want to love the bar because it has pistachio in it and woods, and it seemed like Scentsy's attempt at vendor wax. So I wanted to love this bar. Let me tell you though, it does have its points with strength and like performance on throw. I just can't get over it smelling like a Fritos corn chips. Like I'm at the Super Bowl party with my clam dip and my Frito chips. Like, no. So I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Well, because this bar is so old and doesn't have a lot of strength to it, I knew it wasn't going to work in my house just on its own. So I thought, well, if I mixed it with Pistachio Woods, 1, I'll get rid of it, and 2, it would make Pistachio Woods a little bit more pleasing. So I mixed it in the same warmer with Toasted Marshmallow. Now, this bar is old. It's flat bottom. It's from when it was a Jelly Belly collection. Did this help Pistachio Woods? No, it didn't. I underestimated how strong this bar can be with age, because this actually took over the corn chips and all I smelt was toasted marshmallow. So I am glad I'm done with Pistachio Woods. I think I maybe have a tester, but I'm definitely going to pass it on to somebody. Excuse me, because I just can't with that bar anymore. And last but not least for bars, I finished up my last partial bar of Vanilla Oud. I hope we get this one back at some point for Bring Back My Bar. It is just so lovely, and I would love to have a fresh pour. It's vanilla, but the oud in here, it's more of an oud wood that doesn't have any charredness or smokiness or anything like that. It's a creamy oud, a velvety oud with the vanilla. Oh, I wish we could get this one back. All right, and then I do have a couple of non-Scentsy wax products. So James's room, we finished up his Bright Cider Life Pods. I'm slowly working on my stash of those. These are a great performer, lasts more than a week. I love this product in pods, love it. And hello kitty. And then currently in his fan diffuser, we have pink pineapple and sugar going. Now, I want to tell you, in his bedroom, this pink pineapple and sugar pod was 9 out of 10 on strength for 3 whole days. 3 whole days. And then it died. And you really can't smell it. It's like maybe a 1, 2-ish, maybe 1.5, okay? I feel like pink pineapple and sugar is a great pod to choose for your car, not for your house. Because for your house, if you're fine with this only lasting 3 days, then fine. But if you want your $10 worth, I think pink pineapple and sugar is a good pod to choose for your car, because you're not in your car a lot. So it's short bursts of fragrance for shorter periods of time. So I feel like maybe the length of the product will last longer than putting it in a wall fan diffuser in a bedroom and having it go like 24/7. So that's my thoughts on that one. And then I did use up some body products. So me and my daughter used up the body wash in watermelon and tangerine. This is the old style bottle. We've had it for quite a while. It's watermelon slices, juicy tangerine, and dewy greens. It's not my favorite watermelon scent by Scentsy, but it will do. So we did use that up. I'm dropping everything. And then we also finished up a body cream. I finished this up. It took me all month to actually finish this up. And if you didn't know how to get, like if you squirt this and you can't get any more out, I learned this trick from Patricia Gates. Just cut it, and then you can scoop out the remnants. And then if you're still using it, you can actually push this in, and then it just slides right in, so it doesn't dry out the lotion. So tip there. But yeah, that's it. That's all I warmed for Scentsy. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you are warming this week. What were your favorites? Love to continue the conversation. As always, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I always love when you guys support my channel, and we will talk next time.